Hi, I'm Dr. Howard. In our Protect Your Brain series, we've been talking about why you don't want too much protein in your diet. And why you don't want high protein diets. We want to protect your brain and your kidneys, and they can be damaged if you stay on high protein diets too long. They're fine when you're young. They're fine if you haven't damaged yourself already. But as you get older and damage starts occurring from bad diets, whatever, doesn't matter. Once you get damaged, you better not be eating too much protein. And that's what we've been talking about in the earlier talks in this series. So now we know why you don't want to eat too much protein. And there's some things that you need to know about your kidneys. You need to protect them. And one way you protect them is by not eating too much protein. And another way is by eating enough salt. Uh-oh. You've been told for a long time by your doctors and by the ads on TV and by everybody you know and the stuff in the magazines and the stuff in the newspapers, etc., 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 that you should not be eating much salt. Well, I took that to heart. I believed it. Guess what? My kidneys were failing. Well, I went to a nephrologist. The nephrologist told me, cut back on my protein. I was eating much too much protein. And if I was lucky, I wouldn't be on dialysis for another 3 years. And if I didn't cut back on my protein, I was going to be on dialysis. Well, I was pretty discouraged when I went home from that meeting with the doctor. Because I looked up life expectancy if you're on dialysis, and it was 10 years. This was quite a number of years ago. Needless to say, I expect to have a nice long life at this point. But it's only because I had a talk with God. And, well, when I have a talk with God, I talk, God seems to listen. And that's how it works out. But the message was I was going to be fine. And the way I got the message, since I don't hear the words, was a doctor showed up in my life, a medical doctor, a retired medical doctor. I told him my problem. He said, you're going to be fine. You're going to eat more salt. That was my reaction. He explained, he says, first get off the table salt. The white salt's not going to be doing you much good. It would help, but not much good for you. What you really want to do is you want to switch to sea salt. And you want pink sea salt, or you want gray sea salt, or you want sea salt with polka dots. You don't want white sea salt. They've taken all the good stuff out. Sea salt has somewhere in the around 78, 79, 80, 81, 82 different minerals in there. Trace minerals. Not just the sodium and the chloride. Chlorine? I guess chloride's the right word. It's a form of chlorine. But anyway, it has all these good minerals, and you need them. And so with every cup of water that you take, and you better be taking about 8 cups of water a day for somebody my height. He says, with every cup of water, and not just soup, not just a drink of something, it has to be water. You can have other stuff with it, but you have to have water. Have a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, of sea salt, healthy sea salt that's been mined from old ancient deposits. They're clean, they have minerals that you need. Drink that every day. It wasn't a month or two before my kidneys were fine. Well, he also suggested I take some of the standard herbs that are used to help support kidneys, and I did. But that's not the main thing. The main thing was the salt. And I noticed in a recent study, medical study that came out in the past year or two, that indeed they're starting to notice that people who use sea salt, older people, live longer. Surprise, surprise. That they need to go up to normal salt levels. Yeah, you can kill yourself by taking too much salt, but they found that even the ones that were taking too much salt seem to live longer. And so Take some advice. However, if you are having kidney problems, before you try to cure it yourself with salt, go have a talk with your nephrologist. He should be aware of the research. He should be able to advise you appropriately. I don't think he'll have any problem with you switching to sea salt. And let him do some blood work to make sure that you can handle the extra potassium. Depends how far gone your kidneys are, whether you can handle the extra potassium. But anyway, take that to heart. It's something you need to know. And you need to know that these things happen. One of the things you need to know about doing energy work is that it uses a lot of moisture. When the energy work is done on you by somebody else, you better drink a lot of water that day. When it's done with any of Peter's software, Peter tells you to drink the water, extra water, because he puts the energy pattern into water to make you drink it. He has some other reasons for putting it there, but that's a byproduct. And it's a good byproduct. You have to drink extra water when you're doing energy work or having energy work done on you. Otherwise, what happens is you end up with toxic buildup. Energy work clears out nasty stuff in your body quite often, puts in healthy stuff, and you clear out nasty stuff in your body, and you need the extra fluids going through your body to help clear things out. Here's how you monitor your state of hydration. Put your finger up. Squeeze it. Took a little while for that to pop out. I'll do it again. Yeah, you can see the blanching in the finger. It took a little while. I'm short on water right now. As soon as we finish this take, I'm going to go drink some water and probably take a little extra salt to get my salt level up. And that'll get my water level up. That seems to be one of the only residuals from my bout with going into kidney failure, is that I do have to take some extra salt every day and make sure my hydration level's up. So I thank you for reminding me that I need to take a little extra water by showing you my finger. Thanks. Okay. Now, let's see what else. I think that's it. That's it for the day. That's what I had to tell you. Those are some extra things. Make sure you're hydrated. And take care. God bless you. Bye. Talk to you tomorrow.